website, you'll see someone who is well used to stormy waters. Having qualified to command a ship in the then Soviet Navy, he returned to South Africa to serve in the South African Navy. During the early years of democracy, he led the naval integration process as a co-chairperson with the South African Transitional Executive Council. I reckon if he can navigate his way through that little lot, he can certainly navigate his way through anything we have in our future. Make it simple, he's also studied at Wits University in Holland and at Gibbs. Please welcome Commander Mokhele.
Thank you so much. And the first promise I'll make is that we'll be out of here as per our program. But I thought it was important that we come back to the issue of why we all are meeting. Because after dealing with issues of detail, issues of this and that, sometimes we get lost in the translation. The issue that is before all of us is the challenge of diminishing returns. You can have any argument, you can have any debate. There will rise a day if this curve is not stopped, when there shall be no business to discuss, there shall be no shares, no spoils to share, and there shall be nothing to rebuild. So the whole issue that is before us now is that we are talking about this is within a contradictory environment, an environment wherein there's a global slowdown, global resurgence, and all the negative factors are there. But South Africans as a people, South Africa as a country has to continue to march on. And the challenge of leadership arising out of that, it is something you cannot opt out of. It's not one of those cases where you can abandon the family and say it's too hard to raise a family. By being in leadership, by being in business, you are responsible for the livelihood of communities that have allowed you to make prosperity out of. So the challenge here is one that we can raise all the negative issues, but South Africa is not the only country going through the recession. We're not the only country going through the difficulties. What has happened in every cycle of difficulty in life is that we have to emerge out of that, not by using traditional methods of dealing with business before the crisis intensified. There are issues here where sometimes you confuse commercialization issues with issues of economic reality. And I think get into the conference, there'll be those issues, people and issues that are dealt with at firm level, at company level. That's good enough. But when you say people are captains of industry and people, leaders in government, it means that the totality of the leadership of the country, they have to make sure that the nation lives on. They have to make sure that the economy is protected and grows. They have to make sure that we don't have an implosion as a country. And therefore, the issues we're discussing are not intellectual debates. They're issues of survival in hard times and issues of succeeding as we should. And therefore, the issue that we're dealing with here, including issues of fishing, issues of the national fleet, are the issues that if we continue on this path of owning absolutely no tonnage as a country, 5 to 8 years from today, Transnet will have to go and source for harbour masters and tug masters and all other ranks that they require to run the port system. Because the feeder into that industry is the fleet. The debate that the fleet only employs 160 and there's 3,500 somewhere is a very, very false notion. Shipping is a pipeline into the other strategic support industries that we require. There shall be no lawyers, there shall be no insurers, there shall be no surveyors, no SAMSAs, no DOT, no environmental affairs. There shall be nobody to govern the 10th province. So what does it mean in real fact? Transnet, you can continue investing your money. 300 billion rands will not give you the skill tomorrow. The skill you need to run the waterside business, even the logistics of a maritime economy like ours, has to go through particular realities. And strategic choices are made on that basis. So the tough decisions that have to be made are on the basis of survival of our economy going forward. Within that strategic interest issue, we can then see how to extract a firm level-based value. How do you become successful as an individual entrepreneur? Only within a thriving economy. So I think that the issues before us are issues that are facing Greece,